Hello, children. I am back with a new topic of EVS 1 from Standard 5th. Today, children, we are going to study a new topic in EVS 1. And before that, before going to the topic, I would like to tell you something. Children, when you go out to play, you use your whole body, right? You use your hands, you use your legs, you use your eyes, and while eating also, you need to eat with your hands and your mouth. Correct? While reading, you use your eyes and sometimes fingers also. You pay attention in your book. Children, have you ever thought when you eat your food, when you drink water, when you breathe in air, where does this go? Where does the food goes? What happens with the food? What happens with the air? Children, all the answer to these questions we are going to find out in our this chapter, that is internal organs. Yes, children, the processes like respiration, digestion go on inside our body continuously with the help of certain organs, and these organs, they are known as internal organs. Now children, before that, you have to do one thing. You just stand near a wall, or even you can take a large piece of paper, and better you stand near a wall and tell your parents or your elder brother or sister to draw a outline. And after the outline is drawn, you know some of the internal organs of your body where they are situated, right? When you are asked where is your brain situated, you know where it is, so you have to mark it. Correct? So you have to mark your brain. Then you will go to your next organ, that is your lungs. These are your lungs. Then comes your heart, and next comes your stomach. These are the organs which you know. These are the common organs which you know, and you can mark it on the paper, and you will come to know from that outline that where these organs are situated in your body. Correct? So children, when now we are moving with our chapter, that is internal organs. As I told you that there are certain processes inside our body which takes place like respiration and digestion. So today we will see about respiration. So now what is respiration? Now children, here we will see that respiration includes inhalation and exhalation. Now, what is inhalation? Just close your eyes and sit erect and breathe in air. Yes, that is inhalation. And when you breathe out the air from your body, that is known as exhalation. And the process of inhalation and exhalation together is known as respiration. Now we will see here what is inhalation and exhalation. See children, you can see here in this picture, the first of all I will tell you the definition of inhalation. Inhalation is a process of intake of air into the lungs, and exhalation is the process of letting out air from the lungs. Now children, we know that air, water, air, food, water, these are the life of life, and without this life is impossible. Correct? We need food, air and water to live. So when we take in air, correct, when we respire, when we inhale inside the air inside our body, you can see here in this picture, when the air during inhalation, when the air is entering the body, entering the lungs, you can see the size of the lungs, right? The lungs are expanding, and when the air is moving out of the lungs, when is air is going out of the body, that is exhalation is taking place, the lungs are contracting. Children, the air which we inhale contains many gases, but the main gas which is useful for the working of our body is oxygen. And the lungs, when we breathe in air, the lungs take in oxygen from the air which we breathe in, and it supplies to the whole body. And when we exhale, the the impure air or the carbon dioxide which is present in our body is exhaled out. It is thrown out of our body through our mouth. That's why where you may be doing the breathe in and breathe out exercises, right? When you were in school and in online lectures also. So when your teacher tells you breathe in and breathe out, so when you breathe in, you take in air, and when you breathe out, you throw out oxygen, carbon dioxide from your body, right? When you breathe in, you take in oxygen, and when you breathe out, you throw out carbon dioxide. So oxygen is very much necessary for the working of our body, and a carbon dioxide is thrown out of our body through exhalation. Now moving ahead, you can see, children, when we sit quietly, calmly, and when we breathe in and when we breathe out, see, we feel very fresh. So that's why it is advised that when you should get up early in the morning and do some exercise. And the best exercise you can do is of breathing in and breathing out, and keeping your eyes closed, so that the fresh air, the morning air enters your body. And now you can see here the working of our lungs. See, children, here the air from outside is entering the body, and the carbon dioxide from the body is thrown out. Now, here the parts of the body which are working in the respiration is that, first of all, we breathe in air with the help of nose, ear, and it goes inside our body through the trachea or the windpipe, and the air enters the lungs here. See, the lungs is divided into two parts, and here where the air enters the lungs, and the oxygen from the air. Now, air contains many gases. So, therefore, oxygen, which is very important aspect of which is needed in our body, is taken from that air, and it is supplied through to the whole body. Now, here this is the diaphragm. Now, what is a diaphragm? A diaphragm is a flexible sheet. It is a flexible sheet. It is situated below the lungs. It gives comfort to the lungs. When we breathe in, the diaphragm moves upwards, and the air from the lungs is pushed out. And when the diaphragm pulls itself down, when it pulls downwards, the air from enters the lungs, and it is supplied to the whole body. So, children, these are the main part of the respiratory system, that is our nose, the trachea or the windpipe, the lungs, and the diaphragm. Now, moving ahead, we will see the reasons or the causes that damages our respiratory system. Children, when we breathe in, when we take in oxygen or when we take in air inside our body, there are dust and smoke particles that are present in the atmosphere, and they may cause damage to our respiratory system, and even they can they can cause diseases like cancer. So, the first reason that causes damage to the respiratory system is active smoking. Then comes passive smoking and pollution. This is the biggest problem that causes damage to our respiratory system. Now, children, we will see these causes one by one, how they are harmful to our body or our respiratory system. So first we will see about pollution. Now children, we know there are certain kind of pollution like the air pollution, water pollution, noise pollution. But now we are concerned with our respiratory system or the respiration. So the pollution which causes damage to our respiratory system, that is our lungs, is that air pollution. Now you can see here the smoke from the chimneys of the factories coming out. Yes. And the smoke mixes with the air, and when we breathe in the air, the smoke also enter our body with the air, and it contains harmful gases, harmful chemicals which destroy or which damages our respiratory system. It cause damage to our lungs too, and it can cause diseases like asthma and lungs cancer. Again, you can see here a garbage, a dumping ground is here, and you can imagine how much foul smell may be emitted from this garbage or the dumping ground, and harmful gases are emitted from this dumping ground, and these foul gases and the foul smell, they get mixed with the atmosphere and the or the air in the atmosphere, and we breathe in the same air, and this air again causes damage to our lungs, to our respiratory system. So children, not we should avoid throwing garbages here and there, and we should avoid using of things uh, we should use things very wisely so that there is less garbage, right? And because if we throw garbage here and there, and if we do not use things wisely, it will cause damage to us only. So this was about pollution. Then comes active smoking. Now, what is active smoking? Active smoking is what? If one keeps on smoking over a long period of time, the toxic substances, here you can see a person smoking, right? And the toxic substances which are present in the cigarette, they get collected in our respiratory tract, and as a result the air that enter the lungs is not sufficiently purified, and the impurities in the air begin to accumulate in the lungs. See, children, lungs act like a sponge. You must have seen sponge. It absorbs everything, and when you squeeze it out, you whatever is absorbed will come out. So, as a result, the efficiency of the lungs is reduced, and it is likelihood of getting diseases like the lungs cancer and the solid particle which is present in the tobacco, because tobacco is used in making of cigarettes, right? Which get stuck inside our lungs, and again it will ill effect and lead to the diseases of respiratory organ. So children, it is very harmful. Smoking is very harmful. You must have seen so many ads that how does smoking is causes ill effect to our respiratory system. Now we are moving to the next thing, that is passive smoking. Here children, what is passive smoking? Now you can see here in this picture, the person who is coughing or who is keeping hand on his nose is not smoking. The other person is smoking, and when the other person is sitting beside a person who is not smoking, the smoke which is emitted from the cigarette of the person one who is smoking also harms to the person who is not smoking. That means he is or she is a a passive smoker. Like that person is not smoking, but the smoke of the cigarette is entering the respiratory system of the other person, and it causes damage to the respiratory organs of the other person who is not smoking. So children, in when a person is smoking, that person is causing damage not only to himself but also to the people who all are standing or sitting around them, and they are the respiratory organs or the respiratory system is ill affected or causes damage to the person one who is smoking and to the person who is not smoking. That's why some people get lungs cancer and they say, oh, we don't smoke, but then too they have lungs cancer. That is only because of the passive smoking. So children, taking this into consideration, government has banned smoking in public places. And children, I hope you have understood this chapter and you have liked it. So please uh, exercise daily. Do the breathe in and breathe out exercise early in the morning so that your respiratory organs are strong, and stay at home and don't go out so that you are healthy and hardy. Use mask so that the foul air or the air which causes diseases may not enter your body. Thank you, children.